Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome back to Asagao Academy. When we last left off, we were still kind of hanging out with the guys. We helped Gerard get one of his itty-bitty kitty, aka My Little Pony toys, back. Shane, I think, likes us now. I'm not quite sure. I think he's starting to warm up to us a little bit, considering our mistake earlier with the golden boots. But Mai is starting to feel a little jealous of us because we are getting so close to the normal boots, and she's been trying to get Jared's attention forever. So we're a little rocky on that, but she's acting kind of normal, and we're now in class. Despite our last slight confrontation, she's preppy, and the usual next day seems like no reason for me to worry, but that doesn't mean that we're not worrying, so let's see what happens in class today. The bell rang and class started. Miss Shizuka wrote origami flowers on the board in an ornate script, then turned to glare at the class.
Class?
The flower festival is only a few days away. It's time again to start folding flowers to sell for the school. We do this every year, guys. I don't want to hear any groans. You're free to write me an essay on the importance of these funds for the school if you'd rather not participate. A few students rolled their eyes, but I smiled. It sounded kind of fun, and I hadn't folded origami in years. I'm handing out practice sheets because I know how bad you guys are at origami. I'm only going to teach you once, so pay attention. Shizuka returned to the front of the class, picking an ornate green paper. As she instructed the class, I realized that these were the most basic version of origami flowers. I was already familiar with them. I folded my practice paper with ease while Shizuka roamed the room, helping the students who struggled to follow along. These creases are weak. Kindergartners could do better than this. Hell, my ex could do better than this. Oh, she's still upset over that, is she? Sadness passed across Miss Shizuka's face. She turned to the boy next to her and slammed her hand on his desk. You need to be better. Be better for everyone's sakes. Great motivational speech there, Teach. It seemed like quite a few students were having trouble. I went to the front of the class to get some new paper, passing John on the way back to my seat. His paper caught my eye.
Hey!
You folded this the wrong way. Your flower is going to be narrow if you keep going. I'll be honest with you, Hana, I have no idea what I'm doing. Help me. He kind of looked like he was about to cry. I knelt by his desk, unfolding and refolding his paper. This looks perfect. You're so good at origami. Did you have to make flowers at your old school too? No, I used to do origami a lot when I was younger. I guess muscle memory just kicked in. Thanks, though.
Really?
Really? What an odd skill to have. Gee, thanks. Is it? Please. John clasped a hand around my wrist. He was probably like, please! Stay with me, help me. Yep, I figured. Sure if you need it.
Yeah!
I knew I could count on you. Thank you, Hannah. You're a goddess. Ugh! Sorry. It's a habit. I spent the entire rest of the class period slowly doling out lessons to John and PBG. I offered to help Shane, but he turned away from me instead, watching over Sean's shoulder. So he's still a little iffy on us. I kept my movement large and exaggerated so he could see too. It was nice to feel useful. When class was over, I headed back to the dorms with Mai. We had a long night ahead of us, filled with homework and the possible reward of chocolate ice cream should we finish on time. Damn, now I want some ice cream. But before I got far, someone called my name.
Hana!
Hi, Jeff? Jeff, is everything okay? Hey, the Normal Boots Club has a meeting today. PBG forgot to take his soccer uniform with him. He held up a blue and gold uniform. He won't have much time to change before practice if he doesn't have this, and I have to run down to the field. Can you take it for me? Of course we can. Thanks for, answering for me, Mai. Mai grabbed the uniform from Jeff. Awesome, thanks. He dashed towards the field. Mai turned to me, victory running through her face.
Yay!
Finally, a chance to see Jared in his element. Come on, Hana, we've got to hurry. Teenage fangirls are scary. We approached the Normal Boots Club room, hearts thumping nervously. At least I assumed Mai's was, judging by the way she was fidgeting like a hummingbird on acid. It was. That's an interesting analogy. Then again, this is the girl who compared a demon in Yandere Simulator to An old man having an asthma attack. We stepped up to the door, and we were about to knock when I heard my name on someone's lips. Hana. I froze and turned to Mai. Her face was lit, and she pressed a finger to her lips. Uh-oh. I wonder if they're talking about when we snuck in and looked at the golden boots. She leaned in close to the door, and I followed suit. Dude, I think it's fine. What do you think she's going to do to us? You need to calm down.
No.
But it's so pink. No one has hair like that. Commander Holly has pink hair. Excuse me. People can't choose their hair color, Shane. That's a really poor reason to judge someone. Are you pinkist? Are you racist against people with pink hair? I know, but I don't trust people with pink hair. You know there's more to it than just the color. Don't deny it. Weird things always happen around people with pink hair. Sure, but they're not dangerous. Aren't they? My heart sank. I stepped away from the door, unwilling to hear more.
Oh no.
Yeah, really, I knew Shane didn't like us, but wow. I held up my hand and shook my head. Just when I thought I was beginning to win Shane over. Was this how he truly felt about me? I'm heading back. But I stepped past her, walking as quick as I could back to the dorms. Luckily, I didn't pass anyone on my way back. I didn't think I could manage small talk without bursting into tears after what happened. Yeah, I can understand that. I kicked off my shoes and went to set my backpack down by my desk, passing the mirror. I paused as I did so, turning to the mirror, evaluating myself on a whole new level. So much grief. My hair caused me so much grief over the course of my life. Now, for some reason, Shane thought I was suspicious. It's a weird thing for people to fascinate over and such. I mean, granted, people don't naturally have pink hair, but it's like... Yeah. I smoothed my hair with my hands, the shortness of it catching me by surprise. It was softer when it was long. With a sigh, I turned away and collapsed onto my bed, hugging Mr. Bunny to my chest. Should I dye my hair, Mr. Bunny? I raised him up, staring into his glassy eyes. Yeah, you're right. I rolled onto my side, squeezing Mr. Bunny to my chest. Satch said himself, "You don't choose your natural hair color." Mr. Bunny was small against me, and I smiled at him. At least he still liked me. Shaking my head, I went to my desk. I had better things to do than mope. You're still studying, Hana? I took my headphones out of my ears and turned to Mai. Our plans for that evening were postponed, and I silently thanked her for not pushing me to keep to them. I wasn't in the mood anymore. Yeah, it's only been a few hours. You haven't moved since I left the room last. She climbed her bed and dangled her hands off the side. At least take a break, okay?
Well,
I have been meaning to return to the book I checked out. It was overdue, and I had to do it at some point. I was going to do it today, but after what happened, it was the last thing I wanted. That didn't make it any less overdue, though. Go do that. Meet me at dinner afterward. If you're going to spend the rest of your life studying, at least be nutritionalized. Big words for Mai. I stretched, bending backwards to apologize to my back for the hours of arching over a desk. I would have a hunchback by the end of my school career, I was sure. You're right, I'll go. I'll see you at dinner. It was pretty late when I got to the library. No one came at this time unless there was a term paper due. Since it was still relatively early in the year, the room was barren. Satch was working the desk as I expected, but he was joined by PBG and Paul. As soon as I saw them, I turned around trying to walk back out, but...
Hana.
Hey, Hana. Unfortunately, my hair also made me stick out like a sore thumb. I reluctantly joined them at the counter. What's up? Not much. I'm taking a study break to return the book I checked out. I took the book out of my bag and handed it to Satch. That book, I can't help but notice you're reading The Princess Betrothed. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, I never would have read it without Satch's suggestion, so I have to thank him. He nodded and put the book on the to-be-sorted shelf. No problem. I don't work in the library for nothing. I've got a suggestion for you if you need one. No thanks, I want to get back to the dorms. Oh, come on, it's almost dinner. Let him check out this great book for you. Then we could all go to the cafeteria together. Well, alright. I mean, granted, Satch likes you. Everyone else seems to like you. It's just Shane who seems to be a bit of a pain in the ass and is racist against your hair. That was the last thing I wanted to do, but I was really bad at showing people that I didn't want to talk. Follow me to the fiction section. We set off through the library on an epic quest for adventure and fortune. That's a quick change in, talk. It's like, I don't want to talk, but we're off on an adventure. We're gonna find a book. My mind raced, trying to think of a good excuse so I didn't have to follow them to the cafeteria. Here it is, the Banana Club. Banana Club? And then we turned it, it's like, this is Bananas in Pajamas. He pulled out a bright yellow book off the shelf. The Banana Club was written across in a bold font. Now, I know it sounds stupid, it looks kind of stupid too, honestly, but trust me, one of the most moving books I've ever read. The ending crushed me. He put a fist to his mouth and blinked rapidly. Don't cry now, Satch. I'm gonna stop before I spoil everything. He handed the book to me and I gazed blankly at the cover. Thanks, Satch. And, Hana? Huh? Are you alright? You don't look very well. I wasn't really, but of course, there was no way I was going to tell Satch that I eavesdropped on their private conversation. I am just feeling a little under the weather. I conjured a fake cough. It sounded pathetic. I think I'm going to skip out on dinner too. I'm not feeling well enough. Satch narrowed his eyes and nodded. If you say so, do you still want to read the book? Yes, I do. Your suggestions haven't failed me so far. Okay, let me check it out to you real quick so you can get back and rest. When we got back, PBG and Paul were off on the other side of the room, Paul waving a book for the PBG. Satch stepped behind the counter and grabbed my book. You know, if something is bothering you or you're still getting used to school, we're all here for you to talk to. I know. Transfers have it hardest around here, and everyone knows that. I nodded. He passed the book to me, and I put it in my backpack. Just don't be a stranger, alright? I won't. Thanks, Satch. I'll see you tomorrow. I waved goodbye to him and made my way back to the dorm. Somehow Satch always knew when I was upset and how to make me feel better. It helped that Paul and PBG weren't acting any different to be the normal either. Maybe it really was just Shane with the problem. Whatever problem that was. I don't know, maybe he got dumped by a pink-haired girl. Hey, John and Jacques. I looked up. John was standing just in front of my desk, eyes glittering.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, yes? Ugh, he did it! Ugh, he did it! Ugh. Oh, I need you in my play. Please, Hana.
What?
John grabbed my shoulders, his arms shaking so much I felt like I was vibrating. The drama club, our play this year, we're doing Romeo and Juliet. I'd been thinking about it for so long, I couldn't have just anyone, and I wasn't finding someone to fit my particular needs. But then you come along, I've been watching you. I'm sure you can do it. Please, Hana, I need you. Only you. Do he want me to be Juliet? At least come see what I've been working on. Please, Hana. Okay. I'll come and see, I guess.
Yeah!
Oh, Hannah, thank you so much. You're darling, darling. John flung his arms around my neck, then just as quickly let go. I glanced away to hide my face, sure I was turning pink. Awesome, this'll be great. Meet me after school in the theater. I've got everything prepared for you. Yeah, great. Well, now that that's settled, come on, Hana, let's go to lunch. He hustled out of the room with a bird-like glance. Appropriate, considering he's got a bird on his shoulders. I stared after him. It was like a whirlwind just left. He honestly reminded me a lot of Mai.
Hey.
You coming, Hana? He poked his head around the corner. Yeah. He might have been spending too much time with that bird. I don't know, the bird seems more calm than him. Then again, the bird's a robot. Man, that test day was brutal. I totally bombed it. I failed miserably. PBG held up his paper. There was a big red F at the top. John Winston slowly raised his own failed exam. The two laughed and high-fived. Ha 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 ha! We suck at school. It's not a big deal. I'll just retake it later. I had way better things to do than study. I never thought I'd pass. Gerard and I did wonderfully. Most of our homeroom did. Maybe your teacher teaches differently? Nope, I got 89, so it's not Miss Shizuka. These two are just massive idiots. Ouch. I nodded. I didn't feel like admitting to my 93 now after seeing how badly John and PBG did.
Awesome!
Wow, that's awesome, Shane. It's like your mind is just made for facts. You totally deserve it. Did you get your 97 raised, Gerard? That's not like you at all, Gerard. Gerard laughed sheepishly.
Complete it!
Yeah, I got my 100. To be fair, I would have gotten 100 like normal, but one of the questions could be answered in two ways. I told the teacher, and he changed my score accordingly. I think he got a points too, Satch. You had to have that 100, didn't you? Did you get a completion bonus?
Huh.
I get to take a lot of crap from you guys. That's more than enough to make it worth it. I wonder how Gerard was actually in school. I can't imagine he got 100 all the time either. I smiled alongside them, still feeling somewhat out of my element. Shane's comments hung over my head even now, but I didn't think there was much I could do about it. True. I mean, how are you gonna approach the subject? Like, I heard you eavesdropping about how you don't like me. Before class, I quickly filled Maya in on John's proposition. I'm kind of worried about it.
What?
Are you kidding, Hana? He wants you to be Juliet.
Aww.
And he'll be Romeo. Oh, that's so romantic. He's totally hitting on you.
I don't know.
I don't know, Ma. I'm not really an actress. I'm bad at the limelight. There's no way he wouldn't have noticed that. I doubt he's hitting on me either. Hana, get a grip on yourself. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Any guy would be lucky to have you. That's why you're my best friend. I mean, why else would he make such a big deal out of it? Because he wants something? I don't know, it just seems like nowadays girls can't ever get a guy unless they're mean and nasty. Maybe I'm just self-projecting, but it really just seems like nice girls finish last. He did seem upset. He might have a point. John has Romeo and me as Juliet. It was corny, but kind of cute. Not really, he's got a girlfriend in real life. Visions of myself and John in period clothes sleeping across the stage floated through my mind. Spotlights glistening in his hair. He leaned in towards me. On guard!
No!
What the hell?
Ah!
Oh, brilliant acting from everyone. Romeo, my love. Juliet. This isn't how the story was supposed to go. Romeo! I'm fairly certain that's not how Romeo ended. Like, wasn't it that he drank poison because he thought she was dead, and then she stabbed herself? Or is this talking about when he killed Juliet's, what was it, cousin, brother, something like that? One of her family members that she was really close to. I don't know, I have to reread that play. Whoa, what's wrong? Nothing. Sorry, is class over? By the way, does anyone find it weird that people look into Romeo and Juliet as like the quintessential teen romance? Just saying. Yeah, you're going to the theater, right? After that daydream, it was hardly like I had a choice.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you back at the dorms.
Bye.
Okay, bye. It's okay, Hana. You can do this. The theater is here, right? Ooh. The door opened into a gorgeous room with bright red seats. John was down the stage, his arms flung to the ceiling. Huh. Well, this is gonna be interesting. I think I'll save that for another episode, just because it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen in the theater? Are we on our track to romancing JonTron now? I guess we'll have to see in the next part. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.